Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back. Apologies. Welcome back. Live watch along of Quality Shop Boxing. I'm Ali, and in today's live watch along, we are doing the KSI vs Joe Fournier fight. I do apologize. I've joined a bit late. I thought the fight was meant to happen, scheduled to happen like 9:40. I just wanted to do the fight itself live, but I've missed a few rounds for the I think the Swarms fight. So the KSI is not actually no, I didn't miss the KSI fight. I've missed the Swarms fight. So it was end of round 3. So it's Deji versus Swarms. So start round 3. Round 3 or 4. So Deji in the center of the ring. He seems more switched on, more alert. Although Swarms she's backing up to. I mean, you could tell it's very amateur, very rough, very novice. That's how you want to say it. So Deji with a right is in the southpaw stance, and Swarms is in the orthodox stance. Swarms with a low, body shot ends up being low. Touch of the gloves. For those of you who are just tuning in on Twitch and whatnot and the other platforms, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below, guys. Overhand right by Deji, few up. I don't even know what the punches are, to be honest. I really don't know what the punches can be like, what the punches are. Like, it looks like an attempted uppercut, but it's not. It ended up being a weird tap of some sort. Right body shot by Deji. Holding each other too much again. What can you say with the YouTube boxing scene? Jab by Swarms. Left to the body, right to the right hook. Around right by Deji. Right, Deji. Beautiful right by Swarms. Little showboating from Deji. Hands behind his back, leaning forward. Overhand left by Deji. Right by Deji. Right, another right by Deji. Right to the body by Deji. He's not even connecting that cleanly, but they're saying that he's dominating. Like, is this meant to be a white collar show or a professional show? Because this isn't the amateur ranks, whereby you're awarded on aggression. You have to hit clean the amateur ranks, more than the professional ranks. Although I get if this was judged from an amateur perspective, then yeah, you could say you could be awarded for the aggression, but oh, beautiful combination landed by Swarms, but Deji not even tied up, cuddled up, you could say. Less than 10 seconds left of round number 3. In terms of landing clean, I don't know what to judge it to, because both fighters landed a few clean shots on each other, but just purely on aggression, and as I will never consider this to be a professional bout, even though some people may stupidly do so, I'd never call this professional. I would call it amateur, and on that basis, I would give this round to Deji, just for the sole differentiating factor that he was more aggressive. Daily Paralysis in the corner of Deji. I met him previously before your call, though, very briefly. So, aside from the first 2 rounds, which I missed, I'd say round 3, the round 3 that I just watched, that I just tuned into, apologies, I would give that one to Deji. So the last round, round 4 of 4. Deji seems like he's more aggressive and he's more hungry for this, though. So I'll have to give him that. And in all fairness, as much as I criticize the farce, the circus that is YouTube boxing, there's no doubt that a lot of these fighters have improved massively from the very first, ventures into it, from the very first bouts. So Deji does look more snappy, a lot better than he first did. And working under an esteemed coach like Daily Paralysis is, it shows. I mean, Daily Paralysis coached one of my friends previously, and he coaches a few professional fighters now. So, and I follow him on Instagram, so I see the training that he does, the standards, the caliber of his fighters. So I know that they're in very good hands. And in all fairness, Deji has improved. So it'll be interesting to see. Like, ordinarily, relatives, brothers who are professional fighters, they don't really tend to fight each other because obviously they don't want to, offend each other, bring the family name. I mean, like with the Klitschko brothers. But I think with the YouTubers, I think they do anything for attention. And we've seen previously a lot of these YouTubers, in a lot of their videos, they have family beef where Deji and KSI themselves argue with each other. So I think it would, from a viewing perspective, I think it would make the perfect sense, the right thing for them to fight each other. Similarly with the Paul brothers. But in all fairness, I really could not give a damn or care about them. The only reason why I'm doing this live watch along is because it just generates viewership. It generates hype. But don't get me wrong, it fully generates viewership and hype. But from a technical standpoint, it's an absolute joke, an absolute embarrassment. And I think people need to stop calling these professional fighters or these YouTubers calling out professional fighters because it's ridiculous. Call it an amateur fight or a white collar show at best. I'll say it's that, to be fair. Oh, beautiful right connected by Swarms against the corner, against the rope. Sorry, jab by Swarms. Deji missed. Deji slipped it. Few body feints, but look like the right by Deji, uppercut, another right uppercut, few uppercuts and body hook thrown by Deji, but Swarms through a right and Deji just he put his head through the ropes. How does this make sense? Either referee's wearing a cam. So end of round 4, end of the fight. I think based off this round, I would give it to Deji. I didn't watch the first 2 rounds, to be fair, and I would give so far to Deji. The commentators are saying that Deji has been dominating the fight, so I assume it's going to be a unanimous decision. For those of you who are tuning in, if you haven't done so, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below. Get involved. If you don't watch this YouTube or boxing thing and you're into it, but you're into boxing as a whole, let me know. Comment, let me know what you think. Or if it's anything about any sporting situation, any sporting topic, whether football, boxing. I mean, we live in an age now where YouTubers fight professional boxers. So I have no problem with people talking about sport or any other sport in this YouTube, in this boxing watch along. So this fight is actually being shown on DAZN, or DAZN, depending on how you pronounce it in the UK. I'm watching on DAZN, not DAZN. So Eddie Hearn in the ring. That's not Eddie Hearn. Oh my bad, it looks like him. So the judges' scorecards coming out now. Judges' decision. 40-36. 40-36. 39-37. Unanimous. Deji. 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 I'm not going to say that I called it, even though to an extent I did. But, like, here's the thing. When the previous live watch-alongs and previous videos that I've recorded, I've always said that I disagree with some of what the judges say, some of the judges' scorecards. But I think because this is a whole different dimension of the sport, of boxing, I think there'd be less of a conflict between in how I would judge it compared to them. So again, I wouldn't be like, I'm not surprised. But I think the next, it's an interesting thing. Swarms. He's a rapper, or former rapper turned so-called boxer now. I think it'd be very tough for him to, if he ever got back into music, or if he still does. I think that's going to give his ops so much ammunition when it comes to diss tracks and whatnot. Because I think this is embarrassing. I think as a rapper, if you put yourself out, if you're getting involved in rap and in that genre of music, but you're doing stuff like this and you're exposing yourself to this level, it's a bit, unless, to be fair, unless he's a, so I'm going to call it, refer to as a casual rapper, in the same way that, for example, a KSI or Chunks is. They're not, I mean, they are singers, they have released songs, they have made money from it, but they're not rappers or artists in the way that perhaps Bugsy Malone or Skepta or JME or Chipmunk or Heady One, for example, are, or Tion Wayne. Two and 4 as a record as a boxer. He's had 2 wins and 4 losses. The YouTube ranks, I think that's embarrassing. That was embarrassing as my receding hairline, but we move. They're interviewing both fighters now. Like I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Like a lot of these YouTubers, they get a lot of. You need to be confident. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they wouldn't be where they are from a YouTube perspective if they weren't confident people. But I think there needs to be a limit, like, or a fine line between being confident and just being arrogant to that extent. And I get the whole, like, in this regard, you know, all publicity is good publicity. if people of that persuasion believe that, I can understand that. But to the point where you call up professional combat athletes, people who are trained to fight, most of them don't have anything but that. I think it's a bit silly. I mean, granted, he fought Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition, and not. I mean, if I was to spar Floyd Mayweather, that would give me confidence. I mean, I did pad work with Floyd Mayweather Senior for about a couple of minutes. That's in a boxing sense. That's obviously going to boost my confidence. But I'm not going to assume that. Oh yeah, I've improved as a boxer. No, like having one sparring session, or in this case, a glorified sparring session, or a fight is, or exhibition about is, you can't start assuming, oh, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, and it's just going to add. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's going to add to the arrogance more so, and that's the problem. Oh, the light turned off. The light turned off. But the phones are on. The Undertaker theme song is on for some reason. I think the walkout's happening now, but I think they cut Swarms' interview short. They've got nice salsa music coming on. Oh, they've got the professional fighter who KSI knocked out in his 2 fights in one night or so. That guy's a joke. He's a professional fighter. How are you getting beaten like that as well by KSI? Oh, bro, come on. There's the other YouTuber guy who look. He's calling out Swarms now. This YouTuber wearing the white cap, wasn't he in a? I think I saw a training video with FouseyTube where he was standing there getting punched like lightly to the being hit lightly with like some sort of stick, and he was complaining, whining. And FouseyTube came in immediately afterwards, ripped and all muscly, and he was all sweat dripping down his body, showing off. Now he's acting. Oh, this is. I don't get. I genuinely. I don't understand what's going on. We need some skippers. Now he's calling out Deji. B Dave. B Dave. I think someone threw something on him. So the main fight is coming up now very shortly. So Joe Fournier. Joe Fournier's like a 4-year-old man, 40-year-old man. No, I said 4. How are you getting involved in this? Like, I get you're friends with David Hay. You had a good exhibition bout with him. You're 9-0 or something like that, but I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand. KZ Ergo? No, I'm not streaming. I'm doing a live watch along. So I'm watching it on my phone, on my device, but I'm not doing a live stream of the fight. They're just showing Zone like an advert for the upcoming documentary, The Making of Saul Canelo Alvarez. That's going to be very interesting. That's something I plan on watching. I love Canelo. I love his story, and as controversial as he is, I think he's definitely going to be one of the. I really think he's one of the all-time greats within their respective divisions, and I think arguably the greatest Mexican fighter after Julio Cesar Chavez. Again, maybe controversial. If people agree with that, let me know in the comments down below. Get involved. Let me know what you think. But I think that's going to be a very interesting watch. I'm really looking forward to it when it comes out. If you're ready, come out. I need to start. I need to watch it. Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. So next week there's going to be the Katie Taylor versus Cameron fight, and the week after that will be Lara versus Wood 2. And after that, Edwards versus Campos, June the 10th. I'm just getting comments on my phone from one of my close friends telling me I look like a camel when I choose. So the fight's coming up very shortly in a few moments. I think they're just showing some previews of the fighters training. I'm not trying to take anything away from KSI, by the way, but when I went to watch the Sidemen charity football game, he did not look physically that big. Deji looked a lot bigger than him. There's no way KSI looked that big. Even I said to my friends when we were watching the game, I said KSI doesn't look as big as he seems on his shows. But oh my god! So Fournier has just said in one of the previous pathetic thing, to be honest. He said he was talking. He responded about comments made about saying, "Oh, you lost against David Hay." He said, "Oh, but I'm 40. Let's go jump on my private jet, go to my penthouse, party with 100 girls." Bro, you're 40, man. Humble yourself. And Slim, what the hell is he doing? Bro, I'm not gonna lie, that's embarrassing, man. I'll be back in a few moments, just before the fight starts. I'm back. So Big Big Zoo is interviewing KS at the moment backstage. This was before. KSI is just saying right now that after like Big Zoo was asking him who do you want to call out, who do you want to fight? He said like after he threw out a bunch of names. And then afterwards he said Tommy Fury. I know he's ringside. Tommy Fury, I think he's embarrassing himself. He's disrespecting the fighting Fury name. How's he fighting YouTubers like? I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I think when the news of Tommy Fury first going on Love Island broke out, I thought that was an excellent move from him commercially because all the limelight was on Tyson, on his brother, and Tommy Fury wasn't really generating that much hype beforehand. I mean, he's a pro boxer at that point. I think he had one or two fights before, prior to entering Love Island, but it's definitely bolstered up his viewership. He's won it as well, but I think now he hasn't taken advantage of it the way he should have, or the way I think he should. Okay, let me rephrase that. The way I would have if I was ever in his position. You get the hype, then you focus on boxing. But as for constantly fighting YouTubers, after Jake Paul, you're gonna fight KSI. After KSI, you're gonna fight another YouTuber. Then what? You may get the money, you may get the views, you may get more attention and hype, but I do not see the boxing career, that his boxing trajectory going much further. I think his chances of winning a world title would massively take a hit unless by a miracle something happens whereby the fighters no longer, or they vacate, or they retire, or they get banned, or by a miracle he gets a fight. But I don't see him here. I don't see him taking the trajectory that his brother took, or how other more established fighters have done so. And again, I mean no disrespect by this to Tommy Fury, but this is just my opinion. This is a game, a sport of opinions. I'm gonna state my opinion, especially on a boxing YouTube channel like such as this. So I don't think that his career will go any further than it will be very hard. So Joe Fournier is currently having his hands wrapped at the moment. And Salt Poppy lost as well. Oh my days. He actually lost to an MMA star. £29 years of age to Fournier is 40, 5'11" to 6'1", 177.6 pounds times 79.5, 76 inch reach. Six rounded fight. Okay. Michael Buffer. Right, he's coming up to these events as well. I guess the only benefit to watching these these YouTube boxing fights, Misfits, whatever they want to call it, is that the fight's not going to last long. It really is not going to last long. 6 rounds, it's really not going to last long. Joe Fournier. Joe Fournier is making his entrance out first. Looking out first. He's got a very unique leather jacket type thing that he's wearing. I've never seen that. We've seen robes, but this is a nice leather jacket. Is that with a hood at the back? No, it's not. That's pretty cool, though. I won't lie. That's pretty slick. Probably the only good thing about Joe Fournier. And this is the ridiculous thing. I mean, so happy. I mean, he is a talented amateur or YouTubing boxer. I think he's definitely talented in that respect. But for people to call that an upset against an pro MMA fighter at Salt Papi's level, that's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. For people to actually, this is what I mean. The problem with all these YouTubing, the whole YouTubing boxing scene, it's just the pro combat athletes are not given the respect that they deserve, and when they win, it's called an upset. Does that make sense? So KSI is making his entrance now. I don't really like KSI's. I don't really watch his videos of the Sidemen much. Maybe the odd occasional video here or there, but I don't follow them like that. But I could just say I don't like Joe Fournier. I want KSI to just knock him out and just embarrass him, and then he can go back to his parties with girls and on his private jet. The fact that you have to mention that, and when someone tells you, "Oh, you lost it if you lose," bro, like you're not a professional athlete per se. Even that's wrong. When Floyd Mayweather used to say that it's all about money, money, money. I never really, personally, I don't respect that. I don't like people who flaunt their wealth. Whether you have money, whether you don't, you should remain humble. But it's, oh wow, he's actually walking up Bugsy Malone. Jeez. Okay, I like this one. I like Bugsy Malone. He got some huge security guards with him. Although the white YouTubing championship belt, that does look pretty clean. That looks pretty clean. Bugsy Malone, interesting thing. He's a boxer himself. I think he's had a few amateur I think, if I'm not mistaken, 3 amateur fights, but I know he trains boxing, and he sparred with KSI when KSI first got into to the boxing scene. I don't think Boxing will ever take. I think he has got too much respect for himself. But if they were to fight, I'd put my money. Not that I'm a gambling man, but if I was, I'd put my money on Boxing Malone to win. And KSI's robe, sleeveless robe, jacket, hoodie thing looks pretty nice as well. The colors match a lot. In fact, both have the same matching coloring set, black and gold. Joe Fournier looks a little bit nervous. KSI confident as ever, or as arrogant as ever. I play the UK national anthem now. God save the king. Coming through is here with his dad. Even when the national anthem is being sung, people are still screaming in the background. So if this was a professional boxing fight, like a world title fight, everyone it'll be silence. Everyone will be singing. You won't be hearing a few people singing here, then some shouting in the back. But what can you expect? Those of you who are just tuning in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below. Sold out. So Michael Buffer pronounced it as DAZN. I pronounce it as DAZN. Oh, Michael Page is there. Michael Venom Page. WBA Light International Heavyweight Champion. You know that's mad when you actually deep it. Actually mad. Granted, I never knew that. But hands up, but mad. Now the crowd's cheering mad for KSI. And he's doing the same crap Jay Paul does. Where he opens his eyes wide, sticks his tongue out, shows his gum shut. The start of round number 1. Guys, if you're tuning in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below. Round 1's about to start. Joe Fournier. KSI bouncing on his feet, guard low. Throwing a few body foot. Oh, nice right hand connected by KSI. Decent. But quickly moved out the way as well. Joe Fournier's guard is all over the place. You wouldn't think he's a former WBA international champion. That's ridiculous. KSI controlling the center of the ring, bouncing on his feet. Guard very much down, throwing a left connected by Fournier, and he just moved out the way. In the sense that it looked like he dropped him. KSI punched him, but he slipped. The referee's ruling it a slip. Apparently hit him from the back of the head. KSI with the jab, the lunging jab, but he's quickly out. Jab to the body by KSI. Right to the body by KSI. Fournier is not a WBA international champion. I'm sorry, that's absolute nonsense. There is no way. And he's complaining to the ref that KSI is hitting him on the back of the head. To be fair, I think in his defense, KSI had looked like he connected on the back of his head twice. And one punch that KSI threw but landed that missed as well. That could have been a third one. Jab by both fighters. KSI with a weird dummy trying to move out the way. Overhand right connected by thrown by KSI. Right by Fournier. Right by KSI. Minute and 8 seconds left in round 1. Right by KSI but missed. Fournier looks like he's scared. He's hesitant. He's lunging. Powerful overhand right by KSI, but that was no way near. Right to the body by KSI. $18 seconds left of round 1. Although that intensity hasn't necessarily landed, has slowed down slightly. Huskaz. I mean, it's only round 1. Round 1's about to finish, but I had KSI winning round 1. He was more active and he landed more. Round off KSI. I'll give this one round 1 to KSI. Now they're playing rocky music. To start round 2. The arena does look pretty packed out, to be fair, but jab to the body by KSI. Left jab missed by KSI. I don't know what that was thrown by KSI. Missed overhand right, but Fournier responds in kind with three beautiful hooks to the head. Jab landed by KSI. Jab landed by both fighters. Right landed by Fournier. Jab landed by Fournier. KSI bleeding? No, he's not. Looks like he's bleeding for a moment. How's it looking, Ali? There's more excitement on our Sunday morning football than there is in this fight. That's how it's looking. Jab by Fournier. Oh, beautiful clean shot overhand right landed by KSI, but Fournier's still landing. Oh, he dropped him! Oh my god! Oh my god! That was a right and a left! Oh my lord! Was that the knockout reaction? Even KSI's corner came up like on the side of the ring is trying to mock Fournier, telling him to go to sleep. Oh my god, that's actually embarrassing. This is actually a joke. There must have been a delayed knockout reaction. But just to confirm, KSI has actually won by knockout. He's actually knocked him out. What a joke. They're going to slow it down now, hopefully. So the reaction. Oh, he's hugging Bugsy Malone. His height man is too much. Derek Chisora's in the ring as well. Fournier, go party now. Go party on your private jet with your girls. KSI's doing Superman push-ups. So they're going to slow down the knockdown. Because it didn't look like a clean. So overhand right by KSI, which landed on Fournier. Fournier still stood. So right. That's not a punch. That's an elbow. That's an elbow by KSI. That's not a knockout punch. That's an elbow. He elbowed him in the face. This leads me back to my point, ladies and gentlemen. This is an absolute joke. It's an absolute embarrassment. It's an elbow. It was not a punch. This should be ruled a no contest then. That was not a hook. Because from where I saw it, the way the camera angle showed it, it looked like a hook. But slowing it down, it showed a clean elbow. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. And he's out here celebrating. It's an absolute joke. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. I want to know what the judges will say or what the outcome is on this. And hold on, was it Slim who just said he doesn't know that KSI thinks it's an elbow? That's one of the most stupid and ridiculous things I've heard. How do you not know if it's an elbow? You did it. You were there. You were the closest person to it. It's your elbow. I think the cornermen are arguing. You didn't knock him out, you elbowed him, you stupid muppet. And now he asked him overhand right now. It's not a legitimate win, it's an absolute joke. Now that he's questioned him on it. He hit it. KSI's denying it's not a punch. It's not an elbow. You're pathetic. It's absolutely a joke. It's absolutely. This is embarrassing. He said, like the commentator, the guy with that, is saying, Tommy Fury's in the ring now. Tommy Fury says he's going to make. To be honest, I think Jake Paul now is a better boxer than KSI, and I think Tommy Fury's claiming now that he's going to knock out that he's going to knock out KSI in 4 rounds. Beg your pardon. I think that's more believable than his than what he called the Paul fight. I hope KSI he's absolutely pushed each other now. It's an absolute embarrassment. That's an absolute joke. He was called out for elbowing. He said, like, you hit him with the overhand right, but some of Fournier's fans are saying you caught him with an elbow. KSI was like, no, bro. Caught him with a nice connection. Like, I connected with him well. He tried to hold on to for dear life. You're not answering. You're outright rejecting the fact that you elbowed him, and now you're moving on to something completely different. It's embarrassing. It's absolutely a joke, but what can you do? But anyways, that's the end of the fight. As per expected, there's always some stupidity and nonsense that goes on with all these YouTubing boxing crossover fights. But thank you very much for tuning in. If you haven't done so, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And hopefully see you guys in the next video. Take care.